I'm Anton Peterson. I'm the Vice Con Chair of the convention. Yay, Marscon!
Now, the theme is Rockin the Apocalypse.
Absolutely, because we are going to blow things up.
Well, how do you think the world will end?
I vote giant rat infestation.
Giant rat infestation?
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Is that a popular choice around here?
Not really, no. I'm kind of a loner on that one. Kind of a loner. But I'm good with that.
And how do you think we should prepare for this?
Cheese. Buy lots of cheese.
Buy lots of cheese.
Yeah, to distract them.
Okay. What are you going to say to our new rat masters?
I have cheese.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Jessie.
Okay, and how do you think the world is going to end?
Zombies.
Zombies. You're sure about that?
Oh, heck yeah.
And what are you doing to prepare for zombies?
Well, we're buying Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies. Good heavens.
That's how we live.
Yeah.
That's how you live. So that's your advice?
Yeah, buy Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies and Twinkies.
They will survive an apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think that's sage advice for anybody. And how do you think the world will end?
Big fireball.
A big fireball, huh?
Yeah, I have to go with the sun exploding.
Do you think there'll be zombies involved?
I hope so.
You hope so.
I find it doubtful.
Okay, well good. I can see that the line is moving. Bye.
Who are you?
I'm Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn is 6 years old.
Okay.
She's the coolest
Not
person in Marscon.
exactly. I am 6 and 8 toes.
Oh, that's a lot. Now, you know the theme of this convention is apocalypse. The end of the world. How do you think the world is going to end? What would you say? Ooh, quite the question.
You think the sun is going to swallow up the world at the end?
Maybe things will get way too hot up here and then they'll get cold, like really cold in the equator and where it just gets really mixed up in the weather.
Always a possibility. How are you preparing for the end of the world?
Just got a scarf?
Yeah.
Got a scarf. My goodness, everybody has scarves. Well, so you're all prepared for the apocalypse.
Yes, do the scarves.
Cool. Okay, well, any last words for those who are about to get to the apocalypse?
Well, I'd say that we should, like, do something fun before we lose our chance.
Like what?
Like karaoke.
Oh, we should do that. Hash or nachos will be karaoke.
And how do you think the world will end?
The world will end due to the influx of lolcats. There'll be so many lolcats, the internet cannot contain them. They'll explode onto the landscape like a plague. To hell with cockroaches, lolcats will be the thing that survives the earth.
That sounds kind of horrible to contemplate.
And then Tom Smith will write a song about it.
Well, what are you doing to prepare for the end of the world?
I'm making more lolcats.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Exactly, sir.
Terrific.
The world will end by stupidity.
And how are you preparing for this?
Being as smart as I can.
And how are you preparing for the apocalypse?
Lots of Mountain Dew.
Lots of Mountain Dew, I see. Well, how do you think the world will end?
In fire.
In fire and Mountain Dew.
In Mountain Dew. Well, we can use the Mountain Dew to put the fire out.
Works for me. Any last words?
Spoon!
Lots of pizza.
Lots of pizza. How much
Lots of pizza, like apocalyptic levels of pizza. We're going to be like waist deep in pizza. The snowplows are going to be useless because they just won't be able to go through all the pepperoni. It's going to be amazing.
And what should people do to prepare for this apocalypse?
Get lots of lactate.
Lactate.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other things we should worry about just now?
I think umbrellas falling from the sky.
Oh my goodness! Uh-oh.
It started already.
It started.
That's the first sign of the apocalypse. Umbrellas and then pizza.
Okay, 2 things to watch out for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like yogurt will be involved somehow. I'm just not sure how.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Yogurt's definitely going to have something to do with it.
That seems pretty logical to me.
Yogurt.
How do you prepare for something like that?
Lactate, usually.
Lactate. Do you have any advice for people awaiting the end, the apocalypse, as it were?
bring fiber.
And how do you think the world will end?
I think we're going to survive for a long, long time on this planet, and I think if there is an ending, it will be of our own choice. Either that, or an asteroid's going to smash into the Earth and break it in two.
What do you think we should do to prepare for the end of the world?
Have a good party.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Maybe we'll get pulled out of orbit and fall into the sun, and we'll all die screaming. That could work.
And how are you preparing for that?
Well, I figure if I just go out and work on my scream, so I'm really, really loud before I burst into flames and become free-floating atoms, that's pretty much all I can really do at that point.
Okay. Any last words for any survivors?
Survivors after we fall into the sun? No. So just and poosh.
That works for me.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think that climate change is a very observable thing, and I've been this winter here in Minnesota, where it's very, very cold. I've gone out and ridden my motorcycle safely and comfortably on snow and ice-free roads at least 3 or 4 times every month throughout the winter. So I'm sort of keeping track of climate change in a much cooler way than Al Gore would do it, by just looking cool, which is kind of hard for me to pull off sometimes. So how is the world? Eventually there's going to be a heat death, but long before that our sun will have expanded and swallowed us up. But as far as habitability for humanity goes, I would say that if something's going to happen, it's climate change, or something random like an asteroid. But.
So how would you prepare for the end of the world?
I drive a small car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts about the end of the world, or the coming end of the world, or the inevitability of the end of the world?
My thoughts on the end of the world are is that I've always felt that it's very unfair that at some point I'm going to die and others are going to outlive me. But if everyone dies at the same time, then nobody else is getting away with something that I didn't get. And I think that's fair. So if we all just go, that's okay. I don't want to have anyone else after me.
Okay, that sounds good by me.
I'm not an evil super genius.
Darn.
I'm just evil.
Hello, I am Dr. Milo T. Pickton III, founder and leader of the Consortium of Genius, that group known best as the COG.
And I'm Dr. Zim. You're
going to run the memory out in this camera. Stop that.
Oh, you can just call me Dr. Z.
There you go. And we are taking over Marscon 2012.
And what is the theme of Marscon?
The apocalypse. We blew up the world.
So, that was my question. How do you think the world will end?
Well, we blew it up.
Already?
We inflated it, and then we deflated it. So we can do it again. We like blowing up the world.
So you think this is going to happen again?
Oh, yes, yes.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes, we never break anything we can't fix.
So the end of the world is cyclical, like the Mayan calendar?
Indeed. I didn't know the Mayan calendar was cyclical.
Is it?
Those clever Mayans. We shall have to put out our own calendar every year. Take that down.
Okay.
All right. We'll be seeing you at the end of time.